Mathematics Paper 1, 2018 GCE. So we are on question 5. So use set notation to describe the shaded region in the Venn diagram below. So the shaded region, these are members that are either in set A or set B, but are not in set C. The shaded region, I'll write that statement, very important. The shaded region, these are elements or members that are either in set A or set B, but are not in set C. So this simply means that it is A union B. Okay? Elements that are either in group A or B. So it will be A union B. I will introduce the brackets. Okay? So remember that we are describing the shaded region. Okay, so the shaded region, these are elements or members that are either in set A or B, but are not in C. So I'll introduce intersection C complement. So what does the complement mean? So the complement means members that are not in that particular set. So in this case, C complement, it means members that are not in C. That's what the complement means. So remember the other symbol for a complement, it is C to the power C. That is another symbol for a complement. So that is our final answer. So what is the shaded region? So the shaded region, these are simply elements that are in either set A or set B, but are not in set C. So I'll give you another example. The universal set, set A, set B, and set C. So in this case, I will shade this part. So that's another example that I can give you. Okay. So use set notation to describe the shaded region in the Venn diagram, which is this one. So the shaded region. So the shaded region, these are elements or members that are in set B, but are not in either set A or set C. Okay, so it's going to be elements that are not in either set A, set C, so I will introduce brackets and the complement. So there it means elements which are not in either set A or set B, but set C, but are in set B. So I'll introduce the intersection B. So what does this mean? It means elements that are not in either set A or set C, but they are in set B. So that is the shaded region. Question 6. Given that matrix C is equal to 5, 2, negative 1, 1, and matrix D is equal to 1, negative 2, express CD as a single matrix. Express CD as a single matrix. So how do we express our CD as a single matrix? So CD as a single matrix. So matrix C is 5, 2, negative 1, 1 times matrix D, which is negative 1, negative 2. So don't make a mistake by arranging. Instead of CD, you arrange DC. Should you arrange in that format DC, then you get it wrong. So you need to be very careful there. So they are saying express CD as a single matrix. So you need to arrange it in that order: matrix C times matrix D, and not the other way round. So now, how do we multiply matrices? So we can multiply matrices by saying row of this matrix times the column of that matrix. Again, row of this matrix times the column of this matrix. So in this case, we'll say 5 times 1, so which is 5, plus negative 1 times negative 2, which is positive 2. Then now we'll come to this row. So 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 1 times negative 2, which is negative 2. So from there, we are going to add 5 plus 2, 7. 2 plus negative 2, that is 0. So matrix CD is equal to 7, 0. So how did we come up with 0? So 2 plus negative 2. So remember that positive times negative, that is negative. So, which is 2. So positive times negative, it is this negative. So 2 minus 2, which is 0. So that is the reason why we have a 0 there. Question 7. Question 7. Interesting. So these things are simple. The only thing that you need is just to understand the language. So mathematics is about the language. When you understand the language, these things are simple. So it's about the language. It's about the language. So understand the language. Understand the language. So question 7, the first term, the first 3 terms in an arithmetic progression are 5, 7, and 9. Find common difference. B, sum of the first 12 terms. So common difference. So how do we find the common difference? So we have A, we have the first term, which is 5, second term, 7, and 9. So 5 is the first term. 5 is the first term, 7 is the second term, then 9 is the third term. So first term, second term, third term. So how do we find the common difference? So remember that common difference, this is a term to term sequence number. Term to term sequence number. So it is term to term sequence number. So for us to find common difference is noted by D. So common difference is second term minus the first term. So we need to use 2 consecutive terms. Or if I want, I can say, or common difference is equal to third term minus second term. The two also they are consecutive. So let's see. So what is the third term? The third term is 9. Minus what is the second term? The second term is 7. So we say common difference is equal to 9 minus 7 is 2. So that is how we can find common difference. So my common difference is 2. Then sum of the first 12 terms. Sum of the first 12 terms. So under arithmetic progressions, we've got 2 formulas for sum of terms. So the first one is sum of terms is equal to n over 2 a plus l. So a, it means first term. L, it means last term. That's the last term. Then n, it's a position or the number of terms. Okay, so now the second formula is number of terms is equal to sum of terms is equal to n over 2 open square bracket. So 2a plus n minus 1 in brackets d close square bracket. So when do we use this formula? This formula is used when you are not given the last term. That's number 1. When you are not given the last term, when you are given the first term and you know the common difference, that's when we use this formula. But the first one, it is only used if the first term and the last term is given. So in this case, we have been given the common difference. The first term is there. So we are going to use this formula. So they are saying sum of the first 12 terms. So sum of the first 12 terms. So where there is n, we substitute 12. So n is the number of terms. Okay, so where there is n, we substitute 12 over 2, square bracket 2. First term is 5. So 5 plus n is 12 minus 1. Common difference is 2. So simple mathematics. So there, it is now up to you to consider BODMAS. Okay, so 2 into 12, you can divide there. We have 6. Okay, 2 times 5, that is 10, plus 12 minus 1, that is 11. 11 times 2, that is 22. So we say 6 times 10 plus 22, that is 32. So 6 times 2, that is 12. We write 2, carry 1. 6 times 3, 18. 18 plus 1, 19. So 192 is the sum of 12 terms. So sum of the first 12 terms is 192. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mr. Rafa Online Tuitions. Do you know number 10? The difference in longitude between town A and town B is 105 degrees. B is west of A. B is west of A. A family at A was watching a football match at 16 hours. At what time did the family at B watch the same match? So there, for you to understand properly, I'm going to use the diagram to explain so that you understand what we are talking about. So you have the earth. This is the earth. Okay. So there they are saying difference in longitude between town A and town B. So difference in longitude. So we have these two longitudes. So let me also put in latitude so that you understand properly. Okay? So they are saying that B is west of A. So in case you find it difficult to know where west is, where east is, for us to identify west and east, we use the word we. So west, east. So we read the word we. So west, east. So now they are saying that B is west of A. West of A. So if A is here, then B will be here. So B is west of A. If they said B is east of A, so B, it would have been this side. Okay? So a family at A, at this point, was watching a football match at 16 hours. At 16 hours here at A. At what time did the family at B watch the same match? So what else have we been given? We've been given difference in longitude. So difference in longitude. Difference in longitude. So we have been given difference in longitude. Okay, so which is 105 degrees. So if this difference was not given, maybe next time they won't give you the difference, but they'll give you longitude B and longitude A. So if they give you longitude A and B, you need to find now the difference in the two longitudes. But in this case, a longitude, the difference in longitude was given. So which is 105. So first thing, we are going to find time difference. We are going to find time difference. So how do we find the time difference? So remember that for the Earth to rotate in a day, it rotates 360 degrees. So that simply means that 24 hours a day, the Earth rotates 360 degrees. So now what about an hour? What about 1 hour? What about 1 hour? Put X there. I'll cross multiply. I want to show you what we are doing so that you understand. Okay, so 24 times X, it will give me 24X. 1 times 360, 360. Over 24, over 24. 24, 24 goes. So X is equal to 24 into 360. That's 15 degrees. So for every 1 hour, the Earth rotates 15 degrees. And remember that for the Earth to rotate, it rotates from west to east. So for eastward, okay, time is gained. Okay? Eastward, time is gained. Westward, time is lost. So now, from my diagram, at A, it is 16 hours. What about at B? So from A to B, it is westward. So westward, there is a loss of time. So that simply means we are going to subtract. Okay? So we're going to subtract with the time difference. So now, since we understand that for every 1 hour, the Earth rotates 15 degrees. So I'll find the time difference by saying time difference is equal to difference in longitude is 105 degrees divided by 15 degrees. We want to know the time difference. So 15 into 105, it is 7. So 7 hours. So the time difference between B and A is 7 hours. So I'll say 16 hours minus 0.7 there. So I'll subtract 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0. So 16 minus 7, it is 9. So that simply means that at B, it will be 9 hours. At B, it will be 9 hours. So that is how we can find time. Okay. Then part B, the distance between P and Q is 3,600 nautical miles. If an aeroplane flies from P to Q at 600 knots, how long will it take? So you need to understand, what is a knot? What is a knot? What are we talking about? So a knot, it's a speed of 1 nautical mile per hour. It is a unit of speed which is used by the airmen. You understand? Okay, it's a unity that is used by the airmen, by the sailors. They use knots. So, how long will it take? So we have been given distance and we've been given speed. So I'll use the formula for speed. So where I'll say speed is equal to distance divided by time taken. So in this case, we have been given speed, which is 600. 600. Distance is given to be 3,600 nautical miles divided by time. So simple mathematics, from there you just cross multiply. You just have to cross multiply. So t times 600, you're going to have 600. T 1 times 3,600 is 3,600. So you divide throughout with 600, 600, 600, 600 goes. So t is equal to 2 zeros goes, 2 zeros goes. Remember, this is paper 1. You don't need to use a calculator. So 6 into 36, that is 6 hours. So my time is 6 hours. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mr. Rafa Online Tuitions. Mr. Rafa Online Tuitions. Number 11. Number 11. Number 11. The transpose of a matrix P is 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 0, 4, 1, 1. Write down the matrix P. Write down the matrix P. So write down matrix P. So you need to understand what it means when we say a transpose and how a transpose is obtained. So a transpose is obtained by changing a row to a column or a column to a row. So that's how we can obtain a transpose. So in this case, P transpose is given. They are looking for the original matrix. So it's simple. So the way we obtain a transpose, it's how we are going to obtain the original matrix. So P transpose is given to be 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 0, 4, 1, 1. So this is it. P transpose. So the original matrix it's going to be, so it's a reversal now. You begin to reverse. Okay. So where this row, it will become a column. So this one, we call it a pivot. It is called a pivot. That's how we call it, a pivot. A pivot. So a pivot will not move. It will not move. It will be there. So it will be 1, 3, 4. Then this row, you also change it to column 2, 5, 1. This row, you also change it to 3, 0, 1. So this is matrix P. That is matrix P. That is matrix P. So part B, solve the equation 2 to the power 2x minus 1 is equal to 16 to the power negative 2. So that is equation involving indices or indices involving equations. So there are two criteria for equations that involve indices. When a variable is a power or when a variable is a base. Suppose we have something like this. How do we find the value of x? So there are two criteria. So you need to know both of them. So now in this case, the variable is a power. Okay? So when the variable is a power, what do we do? When the base is a variable, what do we do? So let's parangaset part B, 2 to the power x minus 1 is equal to 16 to the power negative 2x. So how do we parangaset this equation? So if the variable is a power, number one, ensure that you have equal bases. The bases must be equal. So that simply means that I'll reduce 16 to 2 for me to have equal bases. So 2 to the power 2x minus 1 equals, I'll reduce it to 2, but follow me. We can say 2 times 2, that is 4. 4 times 2, that is 8. 8 times 2, that is 16. So how many 2's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 4 is equal to 16. 2 to the power 4 is equal to 16. So there I'll put 4. Okay? Negative 2x. Wonderful. I hope you understand where this 4 has come from. So 2 to the power 4, it is 16. So I'll say 2 to the power 2x minus 1 is equal to, this is what we call index of an index, power of a power. So you're going to multiply. So 4 times negative 2x, you're going to have negative 8x. So from there, we'll cancel the bases. We remain with 2x minus 1 equals negative 8x. Okay, so let's correct the like terms. So remember, we have 2x and 8x as the like terms. So E2 yala isoko yachiba positive 2 nga yachita cross E cosine yalawa negative 2. E1 yala shala negative 1. E1 A ne I negative. So yala shala negative 1 equals negative 8x minus 2x. So negative 1 is equal to negative 8x minus 2x. So negative, negative, you add. Okay, negative, negative, you add. You even add the negative sign to the answer. So we are going to have negative 10x. Okay, so from there, you divide throughout negative 10, negative 10, negative 10, negative 10 goes. So x is equal to negative, that's positive. So 1/10. So the value for x is 1/10. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mr. Rafa Online Tuitions. Do you need help? We are there to help you. Call me, I'll help you in mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mr. Rafa Online Tuitions. Okay. Number 12. The diagram below shows a sector A or B of a circle with center O and radius 7. The area of the sector is 25, 2/3 centimeters squared. So the question is, calculate angle A or B. Angle A or B. So which is this angle? Okay. So we've been given a sector. And in this question, area is given. And we've been asked to find an angle. Radius we have as well. So indirectly, they are telling you to use the formula for the area of a sector to find the angle. So let's look at the formula. So area of a sector is equal to theta divided by 360 times pi r squared, where theta is the angle, which is angle O. Pi we have been given 22/7. Radius is 7 centimeters. So let's substitute. So area is given to be 25. 2/3 equals theta. That's what we want. Over 360 times 22/7 times 7 to the power 2. So I can simplify this one. 3 times 25, that is 75. 75 plus 2, that is 77/3 equals theta over 360 times 22/7 times 7 to the power 2. It means 7 times 7. So remember that this is paper 1. You are not allowed to use a calculator, but I'll show you how to do it without having problems. So this is multiplication. So remember that I can say 7 goes, 7 goes. Okay? Then I've got a number that can go into 360 and 22 without leaving a remainder. That is 2. So 2 into 22, that is 11. 2 there, that is 180. So from there now, I will cross multiply. So you see how I will cross multiply. I will not, okay, if I want, yes, I can multiply this times this, but I want things to be simple for you. This is how I can advise you to go about paper 1. Let me cross multiply. So I'll say 77 times 180. 77 times 180 equals 3 times theta times 11 times 7. So 3, which is 3 theta times 11 times 7. Remember, this is paper 1. You are not allowed to use a calculator. So I want theta. I'll divide throughout with 3 times 11 times 7. Throughout 3 times 11 times 7. So that this can go, this one goes, this one goes. Then I'll say theta equals, okay, 7 into 7, 1. 7 into 77, 11. 11 into 11, that is 1. Are you following? 3 into 3, it's 1. 3 into 180, that is 60. So my theta is 60 degrees. Therefore, angle AOB is 60 degrees. I hope you are enjoying what we are doing. This is paper 1. You're not allowed to use a calculator. If you have any other method that can help you to do simple calculations, there is no problem. But as for me, this one, it has worked for me and it is very simple. Okay, so that is what is supposed to be.